Hi, my name is Jessica Carrolls, and I am the publisher behind Young Metro Poly. I wanted to take some time today to introduce myself to my readers so you can get a face and a voice to the writings, and also explain a little bit more about who I am, what I do, and where I would like to see things going forward. As a brief introduction, I'm a LARPer. That's a live action role player. What that means is we go around, dress up in costume, and act out our characters. I also like Japanese animation. I like to read a lot. I actually read a lot of science fiction novels. I like to read a lot on sociology and culture, also entrepreneurship. I'm very big into trying to build businesses for myself, trying to build my own financial planning practice, possibly use web publishing as another means of generating income as well. So there is a slight ulterior motive to me doing this. In addition to that, I also like to cook, not so much into cleaning. I also take care of my 4 kids, which are actually cats. We are actually looking at having kids, and probably real human kids, in about a couple of years. With regards to poly, I'm in what we call a V relationship. It's not a triangle. A triangle is where all 3 of them are interlocked in different relationships with each other. A V is where I'm the pivot point, and then there's 2 other people that I'm involved with. The first person is my husband, Corey. We've been married for almost 7 years now. Happily married. And secondly is my boyfriend, Dale. Now, Dale came into the picture about, I'd say, almost a year ago. Actually, a year this coming June or July. Both Dale and Corey know about each other. They're both comfortable with being in a relationship with me while I'm in a relationship with the other person. Not to say that it's easy. There are a lot of challenges that come with it. The biggest one right now is Dale is long distance, so we have the strains of a long distance relationship in addition to a polyamorous relationship, and this is the first one that he's in, so there's a lot of insecurities that come up, but we are working through those. Corey is looking actively for other people to be involved with, but with him being a gamer, World of Warcrafter, and a bit of an introvert, that is a little bit difficult. I'm also involved in the local polyamory community. It's called the Twin Cities Polyamory Discussion Group. There's about, I'd say, 70 or 80 members. We use an email list to communicate with each other. Our group's organizational structure is we have 7 what we call council members. They are the leaders of the community that are responsible for making sure that it's a safe place for intellectual discussion on polyamory, as well as a means for people to gain not only social camaraderie, but also support with regards to the issues that come with living a poly lifestyle, and there are a lot of them. It's a great community for outreach, also for socialness and for support. Not so much on the activism and public awareness, which is actually the niche that I really want to get into, and that's one of the reasons why I built this website as an outlet. One of the things I would like to see in the future is for there to be means or methods for polyamory media to become more mainstream. And what I mean by that is that there's a lot of material out there on being poly, but at the same time, that being poly is usually linked to something else, like being poly and a gamer, or being poly and kinky, or being poly and a pagan. And there's really not a whole lot of modern material about being polyamory in the 21st century in a Western Americanized middle class culture. So that is what I would really like to see. I would also like to see polyamory in the media or in different types of entertainment that is geared towards the younger generation. So my generation, which are the 20-somethings, and then those that are teenagers right now, letting people know that, hey, this is something that's out there. This is something that's there for you, and it's okay. I would definitely like to see polyamory in songs, in country and rap, in rock and roll, in adult alternative, not just the folksy stuff that we're seeing right now. I'd also like to see sitcoms or dramas or soap operas where polyamory is an element within it, but not the actual pivot point of angst. I'd like to see reality TV shows where they show polyamorous couples and groups trying to make it work, and showing that there is a lot of work that comes along with it. With that in mind, I'd like to transition over to the last thing I want to address to you, especially to the newcomers, things that you should be aware of. Polyamory is not for everyone. It does require a lot of self-reflection and a lot of self-awareness, some things that some people are not mature enough to get yet. You have to be able to understand there are parts of you that are going to come up through this, your personal insecurities, your issues with communication, jealousy, which is a tie in all of those. You have to be able to acknowledge who you are and be willing to work through that without dumping your angst on other people. You also have to be willing to say, hey, this is bugging me. What can we do to fix that? I mean, communication, as I said, is fairly important. Another thing you should be aware of is, as we're seeing right now with divorce rates, and with enough drama about breakups probably within your own group of friends, relationships aren't forever. I mean, it would be great to have a lifelong relationship with someone where you're able to stand through it through thick and thin, but with everything that's going on right now, the best that you can hope for is a relationship where you and the other person are able to click on some level and are able to help each other grow. And if it comes to a point where there's no more growth, there's no more happiness, and being with each other is poisoning one another because your visions are going in opposite directions, that's a good time to end things and to try and end it as minimal drama as possible. With that being said, if you're in a multiple relationship, you really have to understand that you're not disposable. You have people loving you. They may love someone else at the same time, but they're not going to dump you the moment that they get bored. And if they do that, are they really the type of person that you want to be with in the long term? Probably not. I think that's about it, and I don't want to make this run over. I actually tried doing a slightly segmented and fully edited version of this before. But what ended up happening is YouTube has this whole 10-minute max issue, so we are going to cut it short. If you do want to email me, my email address is admin, ADMIN, at youngmetropoly.com. If you're looking at this through YouTube and wondering, hey, where do I see this big, cool website? Then what you'll want to do is go to www.young, yes, like the age, YOUNG, Metro, which is short for metropolitan, which is METRO, Poly, which is short for polyamory, which is POLY.com. And I hope to hear from you guys soon. If you have questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to email me. Otherwise, I do have my little Twitter thing on my website as well. I'll talk to you later. Bye.